Splitting down the middle, hot dog style.
Nice.
Roll high and subscribe.
Everyone would have seen this floating ship in the electric, maze. Electric avenue.
So if I'm the Thunderbrand, I'm assuming I was on one of the guns.
Yeah. See that.
Okay. And we all see the ship up ahead, right? So yeah, I'm training the gun on the ship and waiting for my next orders from El Capitan.
Kurgan, what do your dwarf eyes see?
I see a ship up ahead. Could be a problem.
Stay on guard.
I also have ale with me.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Booter, how's the ship after that last fight?
This is phenomenal, Captain.
All right, well, let's keep going.
Your ship I was trying to take is at... No, that was the other guy. No, you have 15 crystals. The ship's at 74.
74. What did it start at?
I think it was 80.
100. Ship stats?
The ship took 74 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, because you guys were trying to figure out how to navigate the
the ship got electrocuted.
Yeah, so we have high rolls. Sorry about that.
But
all right, so I'm gonna retcon how to fix it. I'm gonna assist Booterbot.
So in order to fix it, you'll have to, you could tell the crew to do it. Greek, the guy, can help you, but you guys are in the middle of a encounter.
Battle?
So it's not it's just a flying. But your ship is passive perception wise. There's some broken wood and it's nothing detrimental. But in order to, you have to just keep track of the HP of the ship, obviously, but also the power crystals, because if you run out of power crystals, you fall.
Nobody told me that the damage to the ship was related to the engines, which is what I'm in charge of.
Is it engines and Greek?
Yes, sir.
You'll have to give me a raise if you want me to be in charge of everything else.
Oh no, I'm still learning who's in charge of what.
Greek is the monk. You guys have, Turgan, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 monks on the ship that were given to you guys by Lolo, because you do need to have a crew. The larger the crew, the more valuable each action and mechanic of the ship becomes, and so on and so forth. But anyway, so Greek is going to come upstairs. Yes, sir. What can I help you with? Come on, lads. Yeah.
Let me know how the damage is and if we need to do anything about it right now. Otherwise, everyone else, stay on your guard. Kurgan, come with me. I want to see who these people are. I need your help. And Stag will start walking to the bow of the ship. And as we start to get closer, just yell out, is there a goblin up near the front?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
Hey.
It is cloudy, it's gray, it's hard to see things.
15.
You can make out there are some figures up on front of the ship sort of walking towards you as you are walking towards them. And you're going to hear a voice. It's going to say, "Hey, you! Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you friends or foe? Or dangerous, rather?"
Well, I like to be gentle when I can, and unless asked to be rough. But I would say friend. But depends on what your intentions are there.
I imagine you're yelling this.
I'm yelling this. Actually, wait, do I have a spell to help this? Oh, you can keep going.
He's going to say, "May I board? We can have a talk."
Okay.
May I board?
And is there any, loose boxes or crates or clocks on this boat?
You will not be able to see...
Like a table?
Let's see. You know
anything that I can ride on.
You tell me. Is there a bag, Chris? Is there? You know what? Is there a barrel on this? How's a barrel?
There is not.
Playing table.
Everything's tied down.
There's nothing, because I rolled a natural 1.
Nice. You look at this ship. There seems to be, again, it's sort of put together with scraps. Something you'd see out of the desert of Star Wars. They're just put together with scraps and stuff, sort of barely holding it together. The balloons on either side are shaking at different heights. And he's going to repeat, "May I board so we can talk? I can barely hear you." And he turns around and says something to his crew.
It looks like a airship sandcrawler.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Your take. Okay.
Sag will be disappointed that he didn't bring that grandfather clock with him. And he'll turn and yell, "Yes, but board over on that other side. Away from the stairs."
Okay.
And I'll go to Turgan. Turgan, they're gonna board up. Keep an eye out.
All right, I'm gonna roll a stealth.
Honesty.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna get in position to
We're just tossed the entire Airship.
fuck shit up
Don't
just
worry
in
about that.
case.
So they pull up beside you.
Help prepare for their dockage with me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I rolled a 23, so
So you're going. You don't want them to see you.
no.
All right. So what are you doing to blend in?
I'm gonna find a spot to hide that can provide a vantage point of the situation just in case things go awry.
Okay.
I don't trust anybody, so like I'm always
Yeah.
gonna be the insurance policy.
All right. So he's gonna say, "Little closer, little closer." Okay, Medric. That'll do. And he's going to swing over. How does he do this? Oh, you know what? He's going to drop a large plank. Let's do that. He drops a large plank. And he's going to walk carefully. And this plank has a little device on the edge that allows it to pull up and have side poles that you can hold on to. So you're not like walking a plank. It has a little metal...
Little rail.
Yeah, little metal rails. Thank you. And he comes off and he jumps down on your ship. Boom. And you guys see in front of you this orc-looking character. And he's dressed up in raggedy clothes, like an orc would. He's just half his chest is showing. And he says, he looks around. "Ah, nice ship you have here. What was your name?"
Stag, who is as regal as he always likes to look, as fancy as he can, comes up to about this guy's like waist high. "Well, you can call me Captain Stag. This is my companion, Skyrite Utarbot. How can we help you? And what was your name again?"
"Oh, my name is Biff. Biph.
I had that wrong in my notes. Thank you.
Yeah, well, looks like we've been traveling stuck in this maze for a while, and we are sort of wondering if maybe you had some of those crystal energy cubes that we could use to try to get back to Trigard. See, we're trying to get as far away from the center of this storm as possible, and we're running out of energy."
Oh, I don't know. Utarbot, do you know anything about those crystals? I don't really know how the ship hovers. That's not my expertise.
I know how they make the the crystal. They put them in the aeronautical machination and the machine to work.
How do we get more?
Oh, to be honest with you, this is my first flight as a Skyrite. I've always had enough crystal. I'm
Oh.
told that they are sometimes, and you can get them from trading or from air elemental.
How big does his ship look compared to ours?
It's about half the size. It's not as tall at all either. It's just got
It's-
it's got two levels to it.
Okay. So we
Not
could
as
probably
grand.
tow it, potentially.
Well, or if he's willing to give us something in exchange, we could give him enough. How many crystals does he think it's going to take him to get ready to go, or at least get to the nearest port?
Well, I'm not sure. Where did you guys come from? Where have you been setting out? We can always dock somewhere and look there, I guess. But these clouds, I don't think my ship could take another hit. How many are you here?
Oh, we're enough.
Big
It's
ship like this?
from Trigard. We set out from Trigard, so you're close.
One day, huh? A big ship like this must have a large crew. How many are you here?
Where were you coming from? We heard there's a sky kingdom up here.
Sky Kingdom. Huh. Yes, there's all sorts of islands. You know, there's certainly the Sky Kingdom of the dwarfs and the Loxodons. That seems to be the main trade port up above. But we don't, us orc fellas, we keep to ourselves.
Does that place have a name?
My ship here is Bellevue,
Bellevue.
and that seems to be where most of us have met. Ah, it's a large ship. Let's see. We got you, Booterbot. Who's that
you
over
said-
there?
Go to maybe a day to get you home.
One day.
So how much does your ship use? You maybe need, what, 1 crystal? Get back?
Perhaps one.
Oh, how much do you
Spare.
think?
Spare two.
How much do you think one would cost?
I guess maybe the better way of putting it is, do you still think, sir, I kind of pull you aside,
Yeah.
that I think there's a good opportunity to get something we need. So, do we need crew members?
Can I insight check Biff to see if I think he is like a bandit, someone just trying to take our ship?
Yeah.
It's a 7.
You look at him, you look at his ship, then you look back at him. He seems like, to you, he's dressed like a barbarian almost that you've met. Nothing out of the ordinary.
But I mean, don't we need a vetting process? We can just hire any random person out here. I don't want someone murdering me in my sleep. But
Well, what else could we get? What else do we need?
information?
That's true. Or if they know valuable things, such as maybe where there's some treasure out there in the world.
Well, if you want treasure, I can tell you where all the treasure in the world is. There is a keep that is in my name that is full of riches. We just have to clear it out
Are you...
to Booterbot.
Right.
Because, yeah, you know those cards that we told you about? Yeah, after I pulled one of them, I had this feeling about this location. And for some reason, I know that that is true.
Well, then what could we, I mean, do we just want to ask for gold? Like, we should ask for something.
I mean,
It feels like we have kind of infinite money.
Stag will turn back to Biff. Do you remember how you got here from this maze? Do you think you could guide us back out the way you came?
It's going to be tough with the two of us. How do you say we do that?
You lead and we follow.
I suppose we could do that.
How much farther is it to get out the other side?
The clouds are always moving, it seems. Could turn around. We've been lost for, it seems like moons. Or, I mean, days. I just don't quite know if we can jump. You're more than welcome to come aboard and speak to my...
Oh, how many
My
is
own
it of you
navigator.
over there?
Oh, we've got about 4 or 5. See, we ran it.
What is it that you do for work? You traders?
We're free men.
Free men on a free ship.
Free men on a free ship.
I can value that.
How many do you have?
My friend was thinking here maybe you guys might want some work. Free men?
Some work, huh?
Would you want
Shit.
some work?
He's gonna look around. Where's Greek and the crew? They're downstairs?
I think Greek is downstairs, so the rest of the crew is up here.
Okay. He's
Sent
around.
Greek down to take an eye or a look at the damage to see how bad it is.
Hey, Meta, can we create an armada?
That's what I'm wanting to do. Get this thing with us in a fleet.
Hell yes.
Absolutely.
He's gonna look around. He's gonna say, let's see, a big ship like this. I don't know if you have enough crew to keep up, even if we wanted to follow us. Ours is smaller, yours is large. Let's see.
Keep up.
1, 2,
There's-
3, 4. I see 4.
Downstairs.
Maybe 6. We're 6 tops.
We ran into some lightning down back there too. Got a little damage. I'm sure you saw. Hopefully those downstairs can repair it quickly.
Let's say I were to lead you out of here back and I was successful.
Yeah.
How many of these crystals do you have, and how many would you reward us for our troubles?
Well, you're saying you're looking to try and get somewhere safe?
Yes.
We want to help you get somewhere safe. Before you got to this storm, this cloud, how long would you say to the closest place from where you remember running into this?
Well, we've been stuck in the cloud for a couple days. But before then, there are a couple islands, small ones, that you can nest at, if you will. And that's where we found that elemental on the way here. And then we sort of ran away and got caught in this hellhole of a maze, getting zipped and zapped.
If you can get us out of this maze, it'll take you, a crystal to get somewhere where you could potentially buy some more?
Well, it might take a crystal to get through the maze, so there's one.
But I'm saying it'll take you a crystal to get somewhere.
Yes.
So, if you get us out of this maze, we'll get you the crystal to get you out of here. A crystal to get you somewhere safe. But
So let's see.
But
You're gonna give me 2. That's 3.
now I'll give you the 1 that's gonna take you to use to get out of here. And then when we get out of here, I'll give you the 1 to get you somewhere safe.
Show me the crystals.
Before we start getting into that work, there might be another offer.
What is that?
We give you the crystal to help you get us out of here. You lead us out of here. We're working together as a partnership here. Working together to get out. I mean, you've been lost for days, you say. What's the thing called? Our cloud reader is good. Very good. Look at him, and he'll point over to Sprock.
Oh, yeah. Good lord.
He's
Good
our
lord,
cloud
look at
reader,
that
he's good.
fella.
So he can get us out of here pretty easy. But you lead us out of here. Maybe you stay with us and work for us.
Tempting. Why don't you show
I
us
mean,
the
some extra
crystals?
protection in the clouds so an elemental doesn't cause you any trouble.
Where do you keep the crystals on this board?
Oh, my good friend here, Bootarbot, takes care of all of crystal and engine technologies and related things. Oh, Bootar, would we be able to make that deal? Because it would be 2 total coming out of our supply for them, and it's probably going to take us 1 to get out of here ourselves.
I think we're getting something substantial enough.
Now, are
We're helping.
Are you telling Booterbot to go get the crystals, or are you?
Well, I'm at.
You guys are having. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, this is in earshot of him.
Yeah.
What would you say to joining us, becoming a part of our fleet?
Well, we'll have to see.
All right. Well, let's say this is a trial for you and a trial for us.
Let's see how well
Us
we
as
look.
you are in guiding us out of here.
How trusting, sir, we are of one another. Why don't you show me where those crystals are? Present them so I know that you're not liars, and you actually have them. Then we can negotiate more.
Well, I think our negotiations have been pretty much settled on what the terms are.
Can I come out of the shadows and do an intimidation?
You certainly can.
Perfect timing. I just want to make sure that you're
18.
aware and clear on the potential power structure. It's not you ordering us to go show you the crystals. It's you asking to see them to make the deal. With Turgan flexing in the background.
I'm gonna come out of the shadows with my great axe and just pose and flex. I know what's up. I don't.
Unlike the trying to intimidate of, we can do this, but no.
Wait, he's gonna use a wisdom. It'll be your intimidation of 18.
Can I assist his intimidation?
He got an 18. And I'm gonna roll mine. That was a 9. You're intimidating. So what do? You come out of the shadows.
I'm intimidating into saying yes.
To understanding his place.
Perhaps we need to bring some more of my men over for introductions.
Turgan, would you want to go check out their ship? Make sure it's worthwhile on taking a board? See how they're holding up.
I would.
He's gonna
Come
whistle.
with us.
He's gonna whistle. Shh. You two. Yes, you. Ale and Grigo. Come on over here. And you see these two other orcs climb across the board. Nat ones, you'll have a falling moment, but only on the falling moment. So 2 more orcs come and drop down. They look similar in build. And Turgan, you're going across? It's like a thin sheet of metal that has railing. You should be able to make it fine, but you can give a dex. The wind is blowing. I don't know if you're afraid of heights. It is.
A bird pooped right in front of your step.
Yeah.
You want me to do like an acrobatics?
Oh, you do acrobatics.
Okay.
As long as you describe it when you
eat it.
Yeah.
In athletics?
Yeah, athletics or yeah.
You're just trying
athletics
not
is
to
fine.
get a nat 1, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so how you walk across this thing, you just sort of you can do whatever you want. Thing feels sturdy for you.
I just boss it on across.
Turgan, you drop down. You get like the old smell, oil, clunkety crackety ship is just almost falling apart. You have 2 crew members waiting for you on the other side. Hello. Up on top of the main deck is the steering contraption that another one seems to be steering. And give me a... Actually, you know what? In your peripheral vision, you can make out a 4th character seems to be tied up. I think we're going to go ahead and roll for some initiative now. Boys, this ship here seems to be in need of extra crew members. They say they need hiring help, and they don't have enough to command this ship. My name is Biff, and this is now mine. By the way, what is the name of your ship?
The name of our ship.
Damn you, Spencer.
Given what it kind of looks like, you could say it looks like enough canisters, or you could say that the front of it kind of looks like a pair of tits from the front.
Our ship?
Bottle rocket?
Oh, no. Our ship's name is Asterix.
I like bottle rocket better.
That doesn't matter now.
After.
And he's going to swing down on you. Everyone's going to have to roll initiative. You're going to hear him whistle. One of the boys is going to whistle.
All right.
Now as the ghost, you clearly see him signaling, and he says to you, Asterix, bottle rocket, it doesn't matter. I'll name it Bellevue too.
All right.
I got that at 11.
Chris is 11.
I got a 14. Okay.
Orc Bellevue.
I'm also 14.
Wow, that's 14. And Bellevue is going to go 19. Bellevue Orcs is going to go 19.
Yeah.
Asterix Orcs is going to go 18. So they get the jump
Damn.
on you. Yeah.
Again, have fun over there.
He's going to lunge at you, Stag, one of the orcs, and he's
Okay.
going to take his great axe out, and he's going to be like, silly boat. This one's mine now. You should have kept your crystals to yourself. And he's going to swing at you. As a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature. He's going to run right up to you, and he's going to try to swing at you with a nat 1. So he's in a sort of
I was about to say,
With
yes, that hits.
with a 6, and he's going to miss. He's going to fall over as the ship jumps a little bit. Just moves over. He'll be knocked off to his side. The other guy is going to run towards Booterbot using his
My
great.
ship, by the way. Is my ship in here?
Your guy? Yeah, he's right here. He's going to come over to you, do the same thing. Does a 18 hit you?
Nope.
And then the third one is going to run over towards Greek, and poor Greek is going to get hit with a 14. He is a monk with no real cover, So it's going to be, wow, 1d12 plus 3, which is 6 damage. Ow! All right. On your side, Turgan, these guys, the two sort of come at you same time. Just going to roll 14 and another nat 1. This guy's going to slump over. One of them's just going to completely miss you. The other guy got a 14 plus a 5. So that is a 19. And then he's going to roll his damage. I'm assuming that hits you. 19 hit you, Turgan?
Yeah.
You only take 4 slashing damage because he didn't. The third guy that's up on top, he's going to throw a javelin at you at disadvantage. You are in the air. The wind is blowing with a... Wow, this dice sucks. Javelin is going to be a 12. Does that hit you?
Yeah, no. 15 is my AC.
All right, so the javelin sort of hits the deck piece of the... Actually, it goes right through the deck. And then it's now Chris's turn.
Stag is going to see everyone rushing around and attack. Which one of these guys is Biff?
Biff is
the one who biffed
I'll
it?
make his color yellow.
All right. So he's going to... Okay, can I still reach this guy? Oh yeah, I'll still be able to reach him. So it's within 30 feet of me. I'm going to run right next to Biff and look down at him. We told you who was in charge here. And I'll pick up my club, getting ready to smack him. And from that club, a bunch of different spectral clubs start spinning around. I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike. And that's going to hit up to 5 creatures within 30 feet of me. So the 3 of them. I'm going to make an attack roll against each target, and if it hits, they take 6d10 force damage for my club hitting. Okay. Let me do some attacks.
The other crew members are downstairs, but I'll roll for them if they...
So
Cool.
Biff
Hmm?
is a natural 20.
Oh, shit. Well, that obviously hits.
The next one is a 11. The guy next to Booter is an 11. I think that misses.
Yeah.
And the next one, the farthest guy next to Greek, is a 24.
That's...
So it's 37 force damage. And so for Biff, that's doubled because of the crit. So that's 74 damage to Biff, force damage to Biff, and 37 to the far orc.
You fucked with the wrong.
So how much damage does Biff get?
74.
Wow. Describe that force of death.
So you see this spectral club, and they just start spinning around me in a tornado. And for him, they, like, one hits him in the knee, the other hits him in the rib, the other hits him in the side of the head. They're just hitting him at all the different spots as he's getting clobbered.
His body sort of just breaks apart, and he falls down. Biff is no more.
This guy over took
The one near-
37 force damage.
So this guy goes flying to the back. He's not doing very well at all. But 37?
Yeah, and for my bonus action, I'm going to attempt to push this one in front of Booterbot.
Mhm.
Strength saving throw.
Okay. And his...
So he only gets moved 5 feet away from Booterbot.
11, he got an 11 on that.
Oh, he had to beat a 16.
Yeah.
So he gets pushed 5 feet a little bit further away from Booterbot.
Okay. Lucky Booterbot.
And that's my turn.
Adam. Turgan.
Yes.
This is...
A barbarian favorite time.
So this guy came up to you. Yeah, he missed you, and then this guy threw something at you. It missed as well, and you got a gentle hit. Oh boy.
Well, lean back. I had 28 to hit with my great axe.
That hits him.
18 damage.
18 damage. Boom.
And then second hit is a 19.
Yeah, that hits. Yes.
11.
11. So 18 plus 11. That's 13. Okay, this guy's got blood.
And 20 with my shoulder attack. It hit.
Okay.
And it's 10 damage.
This guy is not doing well at all. He's going to be lying on the floor, prone at the moment.
Which guy, Spence? Is it the green guy or the big guy?
Who? The one that he just attacked?
Yeah.
So the first guy swung and missed. The second guy hit him. The first guy that swung and missed, he sort of went down on one knee because he rolled a nat 1. I would imagine that as he stood back up, Turkin just lights out this guy. It would be the big one, I guess. That's the answer to your question. But he's on the other ship, Turgan.
Dude, the pipes on two both ships. Got him.
Adam, that is your turn, I'm assuming. Booterbot.
Yes.
Am I correct in seeing all of these like little dudes are off to the side over here?
Yeah, I just put them there because they're downstairs trying to figure out what's wrong with your ship at the moment. You as your...
They're not in the fight yet.
No, not yet.
And then this big guy next to me is named Biff.
Okay. Yeah, Biff didn't last. But you, Booterbot, you have a orc standing about 5 feet away from you.
I'll attack with tranquility. Attack with tranquility. First one is a 5. That probably misses.
That misses.
Second one is a 8.
That misses as well.
Sweet, my turn. And King with Queen, these guys, and Rock.
A 2 and a 5 is rough.
So, turn. This game is great. I love being you.
Greek is going to say, I did not like that. Simple monk. The orc at the top is going to forego his turn, and he's going to say, ready, aim, and fire. You're going to see, Turgan, you're going to see 3 more orcs come up out of the deck on the side of you, and they're going to shoot it at your ship. I've never once just been like, you know what, I'm just going to make it easy on
So
myself.
I'll just not do that.
Cloud Piercer here. All right, he's going to take out his Gale Lance, and there's a quantity of 2 of them. So they're going to shoot 2 of these Gale Lances at you. And you're going to see as they shoot a large you're going to see this crystal shoot out. It's going to be black and smoke and shoot out of the end of this magical weapon that's on this ship. And he's going to shoot 2 shots. These guys are going to forego their turns for this action. Okay, so your AC, the ship's hull and the engines are 15 and 17 respectively. Boom. These 3 guys came out, Turgan, you saw them shoot this magical fire lance at the ship, and it seems to dink off the metal pieces that your ship is composed of. The other orcs on the other ship now are going to try to attack. I'll try to speed up the battle because there's too many of them, and I'll just start rolling 1d20 for each one. 15 plus a 5 is a 20, and Booterbot, you're being attacked with a 20.
20 misses.
20 misses. This orc is going to stand up and just move over to Greek. Then he's going to attack Greek again with a 16, which hits. 1d12. Okay, this finally 13 damage. I'm just killing myself. So total 13 damage to Greek. Greek falls over. He's just a weak monk. Ow! He says, owie. Chris, it's your turn.
He says, and is he...
By the
he's
blood of
becoming
Baal.
unconscious?
Yeah, by the blood of Baal. 1 more hit point, he would be on death saves.
Okay. So Sprock will rush over towards the rail to look over what came flying at the boat. And he'll turn and play his flute, and a firebolt will come flying out at the guy next to Greek for a 21 to hit with... What is that? Oh, it went away. Where did my damage go?
It's a pretty good fire.
For 17 fire damage on him.
Okay. Describe that death. That guy's...
So the firebolt hits his back and just runs and races up his hair, burning all the fur and hair on his body, making him over.
charred.
And
Okay.
I will look over at the other ship. Is this little circle where the ballista is, or is it up here where they are?
There are a couple on the side, so underneath where Turgan is, there's a little ramp where he had used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that circle, like right above that circle. Yeah. That circle,
So, like-
we'll say, is where the boards are to board.
Oh, this is where the boarding boards are, so these guys are where the ballista is. Bonus action, I will turn to Booter and whisper, take care of him. We have to help Turgan out, protect the ship, and give you a bardic inspiration. My bonus action. It is a D10, and let me know when you use it. Something else happens. And that's my turn.
Adam, you're up.
Whoever's the nearest guy to me. Is the guy I was attacking, is he done?
Chris is done, but he. Oh, you mean is he dead?
Yeah.
No, he is on his last legs though. He's not looking very good.
Alright, I'm gonna finish him off. And the first one is a 25 to hit.
Just go ahead and describe. He only had 1 HP left. Go ahead and describe your kill there. This poor guy.
Alright, well, I hit him with 17, so basically, like, I split him down the middle, hot dog style.
Nice.
Sino showed no mercy.
The one orc next to you is just a little frightened. She rolled a wisdom save and failed. She's gonna back up just a little bit. So this guy's dead.
Oh, I guess I'll go to the next guy that's nearest to me.
That would be her. She's got blood all over her clothes. It's not hers. She's an evil sky pirate as well, obviously. So don't feel bad about.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate. Yeah, 26 to hit.
That hits.
And that's a,
Okay.
and for good measure, spiky ball shoulder attack.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
14 hits as well.
Nice. I'll take it.
Okay. You hit her right on her chest or whatever. Her all bloody.
I haven't popped a rage yet, by the way.
That's gonna be insane when that happens. We're all excited. We're all really excited. All my NPCs.
I'm trying to be smart about the
Yeah.
rages this time.
Booter, coming over to you.
Over to where Sprock is. And I'm going to cast a level 2 shatter at the center of those 3 orcs that are on the side wing here.
At
These orcs.
the ones on the okay.
So yeah, first I have to do a Constitution 16 saving throw.
How far is the shot?
It goes 60 feet and it has a 10-foot radius when it gets there. They look
That's fine.
yeah.
You're aiming at the center one, essentially at the gun, and you're gonna get them all. Okay. And what do I have to roll? I have to roll a con save.
Con 16.
All right, come on, baby. This dice has to roll higher than an 8. There's 20 sides, and I literally got an 8.
Yeah, so they all take 3d8 thunder damage. Also, any inorganic material will have disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage, which would be
Ship. And the ship.
Yeah.
So how much does the ship take?
Well, how much do they all take?
Yeah.
It is 11 plus 4, so 15.
Booterbot, there are actually 6. You know what? I'm just gonna roll 6 real quick, just to speed it up. I'm gonna roll 6 d20s for the HP. Okay, I got it. Okay. So the ship takes how much damage? 15?
It's 15.
Okay. The feeling on the boat, Turgan, feels like the ship took a hit. It's just the whole thing jiggles and wobbles a little bit. No saves have to be made for it, but you are aware after that hit that damage on boats of that size will cause people to have to take dex saves and whatnot when the magnitude of the explosion is so big. Go ahead, Boorbot. So they also take 15.
Yeah, they all take 15.
So, and do they move at all? Or it's just force, or what's the?
It is just a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense.
They all go down 15 each. Okay.
And then, I mean, seems like Turgan's got a pretty good handle on things over there. I will just stand here and be available if he needs anything. And yeah, it's my turn.
Greek is just gonna stand back up because he is injured. Orc on the Bellevue. Orcs on the Bellevue are gonna run towards an aggressive. As a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature it can see. So they can move twice then, is what it's saying.
They can move and then use their bonus action to move.
And I think they're all gonna take a swipe at you.
Including the
So Turgan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. They all get plus. Something tells me a rage is coming. It's going to be plus 5. So you got 23 and 8. Jesus, even on my thing, even on the digital ones, I suck. 23, 14, 20. What's your HP? I'll tell you how many hit you. Or your AC. I think you said it was 15. So you got 1, 2. You got 2.
It's 15.
Yeah, you got 2 hits. 2
Okay.
hits. And then that's going to be a d12 plus 3 twice. So, of course, I roll 1. So that's 4 piercing damage and 6 piercing damage. So you get 10 piercing damage between the 3 of them. That's great. Really great. They're not going to... They're dead. They're all dead. No, there's one orc. Did you kill him, Chris? Yes.
Which orc?
You burnt him. There's one orc.
Yeah, I burnt the one and then I biffed the Biff. There's only one left next to Booter.
She's going to come over to you. She's going to take a swing with a 8.
And 8 does not hit.
Swing and a miss.
Okay.
It is Faris's turn.
I will turn to this person and say, well, you shouldn't have missed. And I will step over onto the far side of him and I will bonus action attempt to shove him towards the rail 5 feet. Needs to make a strength saving throw.
To the poor lady.
To the poor lady.
To the poor lady.
tried to hit
Pirate. The piratess.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell you call him. What size? What's the
A
save?
strength save.
Oh my god. 12 is the highest roll. 15.
You need to beat a 16 DC. She gets pushed 5 feet into the rail. And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement. And I'm going to run at her and attempt to shove her off the side of the boat.
Can she jump out of the way? No.
She can make an contested athletics check against my shove.
Where are you? Oh, you're shoving.
I'm taking the shove action.
You're not
Just
jumping. You're not
thematically.
jumping feet first at her head.
No. I'm not going to go flying out
listen,
of the thing.
Dungeon Master, I have to ask. Okay. Okay.
So I'm coming and dropping my horns and using my ram horns into her gut.
Okay.
Contested athletics,
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Chance.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled an 11.
No, I don't have a chance. You know why? Because in trying to jump out of the way, she slips over the side and she falls. And what does she fall into, Booterbot? She falls and she lands on the deck below, taking some sort of bludgeoning damage, and slips
deck
and falls
below?
off. Yeah, there's
Oh.
like a little ledge. Deck, and then she slides off, and you hear the scream, "Not me too!" with a nat 1.
Successfully shoved someone with an 8 strength.
There you go. Adam,
That's
you're
my
up.
turn.
This is gonna be hilarious. Everyone's eager.
Party.
What's up?
It's your turn. You're surrounded by 5 the remaining orcs, it seems.
Whichever one's the nearest one, I'm gonna take.
Okay.
So,
No rage yet. This is insane.
okay, sorry. I popped a rage.
Oh shit. Okay. Note to self. Rage.
13. First swing.
13.
Yeah.
Tie goes to the attacker. Right?
No.
Tie goes to the player. Let's say. Okay. Yeah, that hits her.
And then the second one was a 30.
That also hits her.
8 plus 13.
All right, so that was
21.
okay.
And then I'm gonna dab my shoulder into her with a 28 to hit,
That hits.
and it's a 9.
Okay, so describe
30 damage.
Definitely dead.
I just give her a good old 3-piece, you know? Like a down swipe at the first swing, up swipe at the second swing, and then just a bash forward so she flies backwards.
Yeah, she's unconscious and dead. Booter, you look across, you see Turgan seems like he's got it somewhat under control, but he's still surrounded. Give me a investigation check. You see the ship is cruising. It is staying with you guys aren't moving together, but it's not as sturdy and moving back and forth. Turgan, your passive perception, you can feel that the ship is sort of without a general direction, as the captain or the person that was steering the ship is no longer there. So as the wind blows, the ship is going to move in that general direction, but so is your ship, so there's nothing to do yet. But with your perception check, Booterbot, you see that there is a person at the top next to the steering device of that ship, their ship across. It seems to be in some sort of cage or net of some kind. You can see movement, struggle, yearning for release.
Or the caged person at the top of their ship?
There seems to be a living being of some kind in a cage at the top of the ship next to the steering column. So I don't know if I can get any more detail than that with a...
Alright, well, I am going to take out my laser pistol.
Oh shit.
And I am going to shoot at the guy in between where Turgan is like blocked, but he's ahead.
Yeah, right in front of him.
Between them, basically. I'll shoot at him. First attack is a 19.
That hits.
And I do 10 damage.
How far is that?
Up to 120.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. How much damage?
10.
Okay.
And then second hit
Okay.
is a 21.
The orcs on the Bellevue, they're all going to swing again.
Oh, wait, I wanted to move.
Sure.
I want to move basically over to the staircase as far as I can go to start going up.
You hit F. The Bellevue orcs are going to swing. But hold on, I have to add my 3, no, my 5. So I got 11, 16, and a 14. So 1 hit. And Turgan, you're going to take, yes, I believe, what is that, plus 3. So you take 13 slashing damage, but I think it's half that since you're raged.
Yes, so 6.
It's Chris's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna look out at off the rail, look down at where that pirate lady went, and then look up at Turgan and yell, "Do you need a hand?" And I'll yell, "Close your eyes for a second."
Good.
In 3, 2, 1. And right after that, I'll cast Hypnotic Pattern right above the top of Turgan's head. There'll be a little disco ball that spins out and affects all of these people who are looking at Turgan.
Okay.
They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. So there's 3 of them. That's a 3, a 9, and...
So there's only
Oh my god. What?
so there's only 3 alive next to
Yeah,
Turgan.
3, 9, and 6.
Okay.
So it's,
They are
this dice is just the worst.
charmed.
Oh, great.
While charmed, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. And incapacitated means it can't take actions or reactions.
So you ruined it.
No, I just set everyone up for Turgan to beat them. Plus,
So if it is Adam's turn.
Adam, you see everyone real slack-jawed.
And that's a nat 20 plus 11, so 31.
Oh my god. All right, well, describe that kill.
And do like a double slice sideways for 26 damage.
That's hilarious.
All right, that person is. This was another attack, or that was the first attack?
That was the first attack.
Yeah, that person is dead.
And then I'm going to go for the next guy. In a blinding rage, obviously. With a 29.
Yeah, that hits.
This 50. These orcs with an AC of 30.
And then for good measure, a shoulder attack for 8 damage. 8 more damage.
You killed one of them. There are 3 more orcs over here. They're all charmed. Adam, Bootobot, your turn.
My camera was moving. I am going to go up to the steering column to investigate the trapped person.
No, not on your ship, the other ship.
I'm on the other ship.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm on the Bellevue.
All right, so we gotta put you on the Bellevue. Okay. So
I thought our ship was the bottle rocket looking one.
no. Your ship
No.
was the larger one. But that's okay. You can fly, right?
Yeah, I'll just do
So-
my flying.
Yeah.
Say that I fly over to the sky.
Yeah. So you're
You can use a dash action if you want.
Yeah, in your 2 turns. That's fine. Okay, so you see this bloodied, bruised, blue-haired dwarf, beaten.
Or like most of the dwarves that we met, so I'll talk to him. I'll say, "Who are you? Why are you here in a cage?"
And I give myself 1 second to look up what the hell this guy's name is, and if I can't, I will make it on the fly. In fact, Booterbot, roll me a D20.
Okay.
All right. This guy's name is S-I-C. Yeah,
Murph Eater.
Orbelt.
Oh, that's not fun.
His name is Big Dick Orbelt. Sick or so you inquire who he is?
Yeah.
Is my name. Please watch out. They're pirates. They've been doing this. They join the ships, they take the scraps, and they burn what they find.
How did you end up here?
They took us over. I was the last to survive. They took me hostage.
Oh, it's so sad. What were you doing out here?
Well, we just go mining for crystals.
So you know where to get crystals of power with ships.
I know how to get them, how to harvest. But once we get there to those islands, those cloud-like islands, harvesting them isn't so hard. You understand what I mean? The harvester of crystals.
Well, Orbelt, the harvester.
Get me out of this thing, Jesus.
How can I be assured that you will work with us as I free you?
I'm in a cage on a ship. I give you my word.
All right. So I will and try to. In my lock picking is probably going to be absolutely bad, but
You're like RoboCop, though. So
Just punch it.
I think I'll use the.
this is for future dungeons, which we're going to be doing at some point soon.
I say, okay, stand back. And I gesture that he goes to the opposite side of the cage from the locked door. And then I use Acid Splash cantrip on the lock.
Okay,
And then I punch it.
the lock breaks. That's a good cool point to you with a little inspiration.
Thank you. But yeah, I free the guy.
This guy is going to have
Orbelt.
Orbelt is just go at a 19 with his no initiative, but he's a little beat up and hurt, so he's just limping. He's just going to follow you. Please help me. I can't walk. They seem to have messed me legs up.
Well, do I still have like an action, or that was kind of my action now?
That I think you flew over, you broke them open.
Yeah, that was funny. Okay.
The orcs can't do anything. They're going to say, please take us with you. I understand. The boss said that you were looking for a crew. I can help you. We can help you. Please don't kill us.
I don't trust these guys. They already tried to fight us.
He's going to look
Also,
at you.
Turan's just gonna murder all of them.
There's
They're bargaining
in the
for
middle
shit.
with a raging barbarian going wild.
Yeah.
I don't
We're
know if
too
we
late
have
for
the
that.
ability to stop him.
Yeah, that's why you guys want to calm me down.
I mean, I don't.
I don't know
Those
if
guys anymore. We all saw where that got us.
Yeah. I have something funny I'm going to do, but I have to survive first. It is Turgan's turn.
I'm just gonna check on, make sure there's no more dangerous here, and that actually I'm gonna run over to Greek, and
Yes.
I am going to whisper some sweet nothings into his ear at a first level healing word.
How many?
He gets 5 hit points of healing.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to prestidigitation his clothes clean a little bit. You'll be all right there. Look good and stand tall for your show that you're strong.
His black robes have just look like fresh onyx black, like no dust or anything, no cat hairs. Thank you, sir.
Stand tall and show your position. Make them respect you. And I'll stand up and I'll go back to the rail and watch everyone else. And that's my turn.
Adam, you're up. You got 2 shitty-looking orcs and 1 decent-looking orc ahead of you.
And they've surrendered. Yeah. Potentially.
All right, well, I'm going to entertain their surrender.
Hmm. What is that? Barbarian is the one with the heart of gold here.
Yeah, I'm going to ready an action, just in case. But I'm going to tell them, like, that you're willing to join us?
Yes. If my life depends on it, I will join you. Please.
Lay your weapons down.
Chris is the...
I will be watching and I'll wait for Turgan's signal.
They're sort of just talking. They can only talk.
Yeah,
Oh,
they can't
well.
take actions.
Okay,
A little bit.
well, can you
Yeah.
weapons down?
Are you good? You ready for me to have him drop it?
Makes sense.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. I'll snap my fingers.
These witchers. They're all gonna lay down their weapons and they'll get on a knee. Us pirates, we live and die by the code. You go ahead and brand me with yours. We will join it.
I think you should brand them with the penis tattoo personally.
Sprocka's their captain now.
Yep.
Turgan's your ship.
It's my chip.
Your crew.
We wanna
Your
have
brand.
multiple ships.
All right. So what just happened? So you're now. There's no more intimidate. There's no more initiative. So you guys can.
Okay. Is there anyone else on board over there? Does it seem
No.
like there's anyone down below?
No. What's down below is just scraps. There's only. You look around. It doesn't look like there's anything worthwhile as Turgan goes through. Give me a investigation check. Well, what are you looking for? Let's
Crystals? People? The
I will use my flying to fly around the outside of the ship as well. See if there's any maybe like weapon systems or other things we could take off.
And I will slap Greek on the back of his butt and cast Fly on Greek from my loot
Okay.
and tell him to take a look at our ship and the other one with Booterbot too.
And the other one?
Yeah, have him like fly around ours and fly around the
He's
other
like,
ship. Make sure
it's-
they're good.
It's like one of those like action comedies where the comedic guy is flying. Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa!
That's exactly what I was envisioning.
Oh, wait, look at that. Look at this hunk of metal here. It's like a tin can.
Show your professionalism. Be a
Um,
leader.
There's different, and it's not just like from one culture. It's like this thing has been put together. Every pipe, every door, every window, everything seems to come from a different sort of style or architecture or engineer. It's like if you had 10 different engineers drawn up one spec and you just took parts from each one, and they happen to be around the globe. It just looks like a conglomeration of all these parts. It's sort of amazing that the thing is even flying. It is beat to shit, though.
Yeah, it's on purpose though. Especially they're pirates. Look like they need help.
Sort of like
Asterite crystals? Do they have? Do they have any? They're still flying.
they
They use
used
2
2 to shoot.
down to 4.
They have 4, and in an encounter, I believed, an encounter of this magnitude might use 1. I think then, But there's a little give. It's not as a very strict rule. If we want to play hard, I can always make an encounter cost 1.
A shard or 1d6 random encounters.
Yeah.
Or 100 miles or 1d6 random encounters.
With 3 random encounters for your ship.
For our ship.
And then for this ship, it'll be 2. So 2 random encounters. For mine, it's every 2 encounters.
Bellevue.
They have 4 on the Bellevue.
Okay.
But you did find...
And do we have a estimate of the health of this ship? Like the HP number?
It's down to 76. So from Booterbots and Greek's analysis, this is about at 76. This is the scrapes, and it looks a little too banged up, but that's what Greek says. Booterbot told me that the sides here need a little more juice. Could use a little, nothing we have to worry about too much, but if we had a couple more guys over here, I don't really want to work with the orcs, if you understand me. And I could maybe convince maybe Matthew or Stad or Thompson to lend a hand on the ship.
Okay,
Yeah, we
figure
could-
it out. I don't really care who works there.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the? And you also have
So
what's his name?
The orcs, what are their names? Because we killed Biff, Ali, and Gringo.
Adam. Roll me there's 3 of them. Roll me 3 d20s.
35. 13, 16, 6.
My name is Cog. K-O-G.
Hog.
Teen. My name is Slog. These are terrible names.
Cog slog.
Let's call last one Bog.
17.
Oh God.
Boo.
Yeah. S-O-G-U-G-B-U. You can call me Sog for sure. Cog, Slog, and
Log.
Sog.
Not Bog and Thog.
Orbelt is gonna come down and he's gonna say, "I wouldn't trust these guys as far as you can throw them."
And then I will turn to him and I'll say, "You should throw them then if they do anything out of line."
All right, so now we'll meta just a little bit. This ship's gonna need its own crew, its own. Well, it depends how. Yeah, it depends how you do it. It's not necessarily
Can we use those titles for the fleet instead of just the ship?
yes, but
Or it's only the actions are only gonna apply to the ship that the person is on?
I think it might.
I just
only
think-
to your ship.
Yeah.
I just think that Turgan should be captain of the new ship, but his official title should be assistant to the regional rear admiral. Dag.
Is Stag an official rear admiral now?
I don't know, if you have 2 boats, are you an admiral?
Yes.
What's
If
the
you're in
difference
command of more than one vessel, you are an admiral.
I mean, basically, we can do whatever we want. I don't think it's worth worrying about.
Who's riding with who, and what's the order? So you guys just had these guys. The pirates just tried to board you. With a little bit more time left, they just boarded you. You're sort of sitting beside. If we go to the smaller board over here, you're still in this. As you guys are familiarizing yourself with one another and trying to figure out who's going where, the clouds haven't really moved. You're in this maze. The gray cloud is electrifying.
We're orbiting each other.
Yeah, like the sun and Jupiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. And what would you guys like to do? Which way are you going?
So, Admiral Stag will yell to Rear Admiral Turgan. I think we keep going the direction we're going.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so I think we're going the same direction.
I get to do mechanics or just build a whole new ship, which is awesome. But who's going first?
Asterix is going first.
All right. So
Asterix in the Bellevue. Next ship has to start with the C.
Cool point for who knows what that name references.
hold on. We had some damage. We need to do some morale.
Okay.
So I think that gets rolled by yours truly. It can be influenced by our role play.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Stag is going to gather as much of the crew around as he can and say, I know we might come from all different walks of life, all different places, but here on these ships, we are a family. And we will get out of these storms. We will find cool, amazing things that will make us rich, that will help cure this world of this terrible disease that is infecting it. And we will be heroes, all of us.
Why don't you roll me?
Even you, Sog.
Roll me.
The orc yawns very loudly.
Roll me an inspiring speech / ritual DC 14. I guess that would be
Persuasion?
persuasion.
A DC 14. Okay, I need to get a 2 or higher.
Did a 1.
Only a 29.
That's fine, but you're only going to be able to do 2. But so you have a +1 for the crew. However, crew death, hunger, overwork. They're tired. So the ship took damage. You had to make them work, so that's -1, so that'll come out. They're still at 3. They haven't rested for 24 hours. No, they haven't. Yeah, so that's another -1, so they're at 2. And then there's no hot meal, no victory. There's a victory or smart navigation. Wouldn't say that.
There is a victory.
All right, and there's a +3, and then ship damage on downtown, crew death. Yeah, all right. So the crew is at a 3 morale, but I'll let you guys know before and after, or when it needs to be known, so that it's a scale is a 0 and a 5. If they ever get to a 0, we'd have to roll for some stuff.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are headed towards the same area. So you guys are coming over towards a bend. I'm just going to say that you guys will get through it fairly easily now that you're sort of familiar with your flying statuses. Are you tethered together, or is Adam driving the other ship?
Does Orbelt know how to drive that ship?
Orbelt seems like he is pretty knowledgeable of the skies. He points to Booterbot, whatever that thing is. That's how I can help you.
Oh, the engines. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're tethered since it's a fully operational ship. But yeah, I think Turgan's driving it.
So you guys are going to come across this area where one of the clouds opens up and you can see through it. You can see an opening, and there is a turn that you can go back into the cloud maze, but just a different direction that you haven't already gone through. So you can stay in this cloud maze, going zigging and zagging around, or you can get out.
I think we're gonna wanna get out, correct, Booter?
Seems that way.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, as you exit this area, give me it's a tight exit with the crew on each ship. Give me a hunkered down. I guess it would just be like a deck save, but for the ships.
Or hunker down.
Yeah, sort
Let's see.
of charges encounter.
Brace for impact.
Yeah. It's just gonna not a power burn. A defensive dive. That's alright. Don't worry about that. You get through, and just no lightning damage. I'll go easy. And when you come out, we're ending our night. Give me a roll. Who's leading?
The captain.
Okay. Give me a D20 or D10.
Straight D10. Okay. I'm gonna use one of my new D10s. That is a 1 that I could clearly read on that die.
All right, you guys exit this cloudy area, and as you come out, you hear some noises. Moo! Moo! And a herd of cows is inexplicably floating past the ship, mooing in panic. Some are tangled in parachutes. Others just lazily drift by. And as you look up in the sky, a island of some kind. Not a large one, but a small little island.
Quick, get the cows. That's our food. That's dinner.
And that is where we're going to end.
Roll high and subscribe.